Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
At the beginning of the 21st century, the Umbrella Corporation had become the largest commercial entity in the United States. 9 out of every 10 homes contain its products. Its political and financial influence is felt everywhere.
Owen Rice presents Worst Corp Ever, a survival horror podcast about the Umbrella Corporation.
It's trust, man. It's trust. We should do trust falls. Should we do like a company retreat?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Probably to Alaska, I guess?
Yeah, I think so. I think to Alaska, that would be fitting. Considering, this movie that we just watched called Resident Evil Afterlife.
Afterlife. The first in the series to be presented in 3 dimensions.
Yeah. I didn't watch it in 3D, did you?
No. Oh, God, no. No.
Was there a way, did you have to get like a 3D TV for this now?
I assume you probably would.
Do you think it would be worth it? You think it'd blow you away? You think it would change this movie completely for you?
I don't even know if they still make 3D televisions.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. This movie came out in 2010, so it's already a fucking decade ago.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah. A decade.
Don't say it's been a decade. That's a bummer.
A decade. 10 years since this movie came out.
We should probably explain what the show is, right? We should probably say our names.
Sure. I mean, doesn't the intro do that for us?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think it says our names.
I
think it just says the name of the...
cannot remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just says the names of... my name is David Bell.
Oh, holy
Tom,
shit. My name is Tom Ryman. Good God. Good God almighty.
And this is a podcast where we have been going through all the Resident Evils. Well, we've been talking about them as movies, and then at some point, you'll know when. At some point, we dive into our characters.
We do. We delve into some make-believe.
Yeah, into a world of fantasy. and we become employees of the Umbrella Corporation. We talk about exactly what their plan might be and how they're making money. Because I don't know, it sure doesn't seem like they have a good plan.
Yeah, to be quite honest, it seems like this is a bad company.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, they seem like a bad company.
Right. It seems like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be a naysayer.
It's pretty wild.
I hate to be a negative influence, but
yeah. You don't want to.
It seems like this company has no goddamn idea what the hell they're doing.
No, they really don't. So yeah, like we said, we're on Afterlife, which is this the first one that Paul W.S. Anderson directs since the first one?
Since the first one, yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was this late.
Yeah, no, he waited a while.
You haven't seen this movie, right?
No, hell no. No, I've never seen this movie before in my life until I watched it for this podcast.
Okay. This is the second time I've seen this movie.
Okay.
I realized that I have watched every Resident Evil up until this moment, and now I remember why I stopped watching them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of liked the last one, but this film is extremely bad.
Yeah. I like the first 3 I grooved with. And it seems like the clear pattern is that the moment Paul W.S. Anderson comes back, we get a nosedive here.
Yeah, this is a very bad film.
Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say. It's very boring. They take the extremely appealing offer that was presented at the end of the last movie, which is an army of Mila Jovoviches, and completely jettison it in the first 5 minutes of this film.
Yes.
Which is mind-blowing that they do that.
It's really upsetting.
Yeah.
They also do this weird thing where they have like a main character, Mila Jovovich, a main Alice, and they treat her like she's somehow different. Mm-hmm. But she's also a clone, right?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
So we see like the third one ends with like, look at all these clones, and it's like, that's amazing. Then they kill all the clones. They're like, but that's okay because she's all right. And it's like, who's she? There's clones. Like, I don't know who she is anymore. You've played this fucking shell game with your lead character that I don't feel like I know her at this point.
And the implication at the end of the second film is that she's a clone. So
yeah,
she's a clone.
Right. And look, I'm not clone racist.
Right, look, I'm not clonist. Cloncist.
Cloncist, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
But it like they just didn't do the work. It actually feels like.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it actually feels like this is besides the clone thing.
What do you mean?
Like even if this was the same character, mm-hmm. She's not at this point. She doesn't do anything. Like she hasn't grown in any way.
No, she's a nothing character.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's. Yeah. I don't know. It's an action movie problem, I guess. That these movies definitely lean into, but she's a blank slate, and that's partially by design. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's hard to keep caring about this character.
Yeah, it's very and then the clone thing doesn't make it any better.
No.
I think.
No, it makes it way harder, way more difficult.
Yeah. So she shows up. There's we start in Tokyo. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, I don't want to go through the plot so much. Does the plot matter?
No, it really doesn't.
Okay.
Basically, she extinguishes her army of clones attacking the Tokyo facility of Umbrella to try and kill Wesker, but all of her clones get killed in the process, and Wesker apparently dies because he just forgets to fly the airplane, which I could write an entire thesis about that.
Yeah, and then she survives the plane crash somehow,
even though we've just been told.
Do we know how?
No, we've just been told that she's no longer superhuman.
Right, it's like they do it on purpose, and then she walks out of the airplane like nothing happened, like she's a little dusty, and it's like I don't think that's what a plane crash does to you.
Yeah, you just flew an osprey into a fucking mountain.
Yeah, that's going to end you.
Yeah. So she takes a plane. She goes to Alaska, where she sent the other survivors at the end of the last film. There's nobody there, but there's a lot of like planes and cars there, which means that people were clearly drawn to that location. She finds Claire, who is being mind controlled by a little spider gem in her chest. Takes that thing right off of her. And then flies her to Los Angeles, where they encounter a group of survivors at a prison. And then they all decide that they're going to board this ship, Arcadia, which was in the last movie they thought it was a town from Alaska that was broadcasting, but it was actually a ship that just happened to be up near Alaska while they were broadcasting. It's a supposed safe haven, so they go to the ship, and it turns out it's an Umbrella ship loaded with monsters, including Wesker. They have a big fight with Wesker. He gets onto another osprey, and it explodes in midair, but we're given a shot that is fucking delightful, where we see his little parachute drifting away from the nuclear explosion that consumed his aircraft. And then
it's wonderful.
We see a bunch of other Ospreys coming in towards the ship at the end of the movie that are all from Umbrella. So like Umbrella is attacking this survivors enclave that's on this boat at the end of the film, and that's the movie essentially.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. It's also when did the Matrix end?
2003.
Like the final Matrix film? Yeah, that checks out.
Yep.
When did Blade 2 happen?
2002.
Okay. When did Dawn of the Dead, the remake, happen?
2004.
Okay. So Paul W.S. Anderson watched a bunch of movies from the early 2000s and was like, I'm going to just mush all that into my movie. Because it's one thing to like, because all right, they do the Dawn of the Dead thing where it's a prison, and they have the like help us on the roof, and like there's kind of similar characters there to the remake, and they're gonna get a truck to get out of there, which is like the remake. I don't think I have to explain why this thing is very Matrix.
Yeah, it's extremely Matrix. Yeah.
Yeah, the water in the bathroom, everything. Then the creatures are like Blade 2 creatures.
Yes.
And I kept being like, you're ripping off really old, like much older films. Like films that are better and that we've had enough time for everybody to have watched. Yes. You know, you're like, this wasn't like a 2005 movie. This is 2010. It's kind of mind-boggling.
Yes.
How much of this movie are just things you've seen in other movies?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any overall notes? I had one question that had to do with not
lay it on me.
Not the Umbrella Corporation. Okay.
Yeah, lay it on me.
Just what were those birds doing in that plane?
Mm-hmm.
What were those birds doing in that plane?
Just sitting there.
There were like 20 birds.
Listen, man, if you're a bird in Alaska, you're going to go for whatever shelter you can find. Sometimes it's an abandoned aircraft.
So y'all clump together.
Yes.
Y'all clump together in there waiting for someone to open it. Mm-hmm. Also, the prison was very well equipped. The armory was excessive.
Yeah.
They had a vehicle in case of a riot. And how does a vehicle help with a riot? I guess to get people out.
I don't know, to push through the crowd, I guess. But the vehicle also had its engine out of it for no reason.
Right. It's a weird prison.
It's a real weird prison.
That's pretty...
I feel like they do a couple of lines to try and explain the prison in this movie where they're like, yeah, the governor declared some order that all the prisoners are to be let go, and then like Chris says at one point, yeah, they just let all the prisoners go because there wasn't much point in guarding them. That's not what would happen. They would just leave the prisoners in there. Right. That's that's what happens in The Stand, and I think that's way more realistic. It's like
what happens in The Stand?
They just leave the prisoners in prison. They don't let them out. They're just
they're not going to let them out.
They just leave.
I can see it a prison by prison basis. Like if I was a prison guard, you're right. If I was a prison guard, I would let people out. But maybe that's why I'm not a prison guard. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably.
Or maybe
that's
why I should be a prison guard.
Man, it's a powerful argument in either direction.
I got
to be honest.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's it with the observations about this shitty movie. It was very hard to pay attention.
Yeah, I had one other observation, which is that Wesker is a terrible actor. Whoever they got to play Wesker is god awful.
Is that the guy who's Sean William Scott in the MTV Movie Awards Matrix spoof?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I was thinking of. I was like, that he is literally like, he looks like Sean William Scott in that parody that they did.
Yeah, he's awful.
He is, yeah. I never want to like just say that about, but like maybe he's a good actor in other things. Not in this.
No, he's terrible in this.
Yeah. He's, all right. Is that it? Are we ready?
I guess. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, man. This is going to be a real exercise.
I don't know. I have some questions.
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, this will be an exercise in how to stretch as an actor, how to keep a scene going.
Yeah. Oh, indeed.
Okay.
And if we know anything, it's how to stretch.
That's true, Tom. We do.
We do. We know
We're
this.
very good at that.
We are.
Yeah. Look, all right. I'm not. You seem a little worried about that. Because it's true. Is that the Umbrella Corporation? It's like a sandwich. They're only at the beginning and at the end.
Right.
But that bread, that's some thick bread.
There are some thick,
on that sandwich.
Meaty pieces of bread in this. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's. All right. I'm stretching. Hold on.
Yep.
Oh
stretch.
God! I just. Oof,
Don't
cracked
stretch
my
too
neck,
far. Don't
and it was
hyperextend.
loud.
Don't hyperextend. Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's enjoy our fourth meeting.
Yeah. Our fourth company meeting.
Yeah. As employees of the Umbrella Corporation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Begin meeting.
Boom. I gotta be honest. I don't know what we're doing anymore. It's like...
Are we getting paid?
I think we're still getting a paycheck, but like, money is kind of meaningless now, right? The world has ended.
Yeah.
I can't spend this
Yeah.
anywhere. I can't go above ground. I have to stay in our subterranean research facility. Because if I go above ground, I'll get eaten by a zombie. There's zombies everywhere.
Right. We're being paid in survival at this point, I think. I think that's what's going on.
I think we're being paid in cafeteria credits at this point. I honestly don't know.
Umbrella bucks. That's what they're going to call them.
Bucks.
Yeah. Did you get any time over at Tokyo HQ?
No, but I got to tell you, I was on a fucking Zoom call.
Did you transfer out before it exploded?
I was on a Zoom call when that shit went nuclear, and my God. It's I got to tell you, it's difficult to keep working knowing that the failsafe for any breakdown in management or employee communication is to just detonate a thermonuclear device. Right.
Well, I had been wondering why they had those weird timers on the wall for the longest time. Mm-hmm. And I guess now we know, I
guess they're all bombs. I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume they're all bombs. I think that's like the safest thing for me to do in order to keep doing my job and also protect myself as a person. But I think they're all bombs.
I'm pretty sure they're all bombs. I'm wondering when we decided to put so many bombs in our headquarters. When did we know that we might have to blow ourselves up?
I don't know. It was probably around the same time that we blew up an entire city. Do you remember when we did that? Do you remember when we blew up an entire city?
Oh, God. There's so many...
Yeah, I mean, it was super fucked up.
There's so many times we've blown things up.
Yeah, but we blew up an entire city. Before people knew they were zombies, we just blew up a city. We just blew it up.
Right. I mean, I think we had broke the seal at that point. We had wetted our beaks, and we're like, wow, that felt good. We should blow up every goddamn city that we're in.
Yeah, now we just blow shit up. That's like our go-to move. I mean,
we regularly... Have you seen the guys installing nerve gas in our lobby? That sure makes me nervous.
Well, I've got to tell you, to be perfectly honest, at the last holiday party, I did notice that Chairman Wesker, when the conversation got uncomfortable, he just dropped a grenade and blew up the entire party. Like, I think that's just what we do now.
Yeah, no, I've seen him. This guy asked him where the cafeteria was, and he executed him. Mm-hmm. He just took out a gun and he shot him in the face.
Yeah, no,
which was really inconvenient because, we don't have drains. Someone has to drag that body and clean it up.
Yeah,
the floors are fucking. Yeah, the floors are bright as shit. Have you noticed that? Like, I can't look at the floors anymore if I have a hangover. Are you kidding me?
No, I just have to squint everywhere I go. Look, I guess I understand why Wesker wears sunglasses indoors because everything's so fucking bright.
What is what's going on with that guy? I know we should be used to it by now.
I don't
but
know.
like he looks like a ska musician at a funeral.
Like
he's got.
Go ahead. No, tell me more.
Oh no, he's got that Matrix Bro thing, but he's like he looks like a surfer.
I think
he looks like a surfer. He doesn't look like you know how our last bosses look like vampires.
Yes.
He gives me the impression that he wants to be a vampire. And don't tell him I said this because he'll shoot me in the face, you know?
Right. No, he'll shoot you in the face in front of everyone. Like, just right there.
Yeah.
In the hallway.
Right. Which I guess it's not a crime anymore. No one arrested him.
No?
But yeah, he looks like he's trying to be a vampire boss. No, our regular...
He looks like he got really into early 2000s action movies. Just parlayed that into the Umbrella Company culture. Like, I feel like that's where his vibe is.
I get a lot of early 2000s vibes from this place. My workspace is like one of those pods from the Galactic Senates. It's like this weird, like I can't even describe it. I have glass partitions, which what is the point of the glass partitions? I can see right into my neighbor.
Yeah.
The floor is lit. It's a nightmare.
No.
They're obsessed with themselves. Have you noticed that all our tables have Umbrella logos?
Everything has Umbrella logos on it.
It's so tacky.
I got to tell you, like, in keeping with the early 2000s vibe, like at my workstation in my little cubicle space, we just hear Yellow Card all day. That's all they pipe through is Yellow Card.
Like the words Yellow Card?
No, the band.
Oh, the band Yellow Card.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare. It's like they're trying to get us to want to... Like, maybe they're like, look, these people are going to blow up at some point. Let's have them, like, want it. Let's have them hope for it.
Yeah, I've never wished for a grenade harder than I have after about the third hour into Yellow Card when I'm typing up finance reports.
Right. Or heck, I'll take one of them amnesia spiders. Look like fucking Spider-Man. What do those things do?
Listen... I have a number of questions about those. Clearly, we've started developing these mind control spiders that are also rubies.
But I saw someone slap.
Look, we only started developing them after the world ended.
Yes, and I don't know. Okay, I mean, I don't think we're getting paid. I don't know why we're developing this stuff anymore.
I'm still getting a paycheck, but I can't spend the money anywhere, so I think it's entirely theoretical at this point.
Right, it's just that I have nowhere to go, and I'll get shot for questioning anything. I get it.
Correct.
Yeah.
I saw Wesker snap a guy's neck for dropping the candy machine.
Mm-hmm. Well, I get that.
Like, I think all bets are off.
Yeah, I'm starting to think all bets are off. I think we might be prisoners.
Look, man,
I haven't checked. I haven't tried to leave because why would I?
I think the focus is so tight that it kind of doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah. But those spiders, like I've seen someone slap an amnesia spider on somebody, and they just kept struggling. So I don't even understand how those function. I just want one because they make me look like a superhero.
Yeah, I think they just make you real pissed off.
Yeah, they might.
And they make you forget stuff.
Yeah, I think the idea is we're building a bunch of those, right? And we've got
thousands.
What I read is I think we're slapping those on people to stick them in tubes. Tubes that we I don't know what we're doing in those tubes. I saw one of the tubes. They just had like shit on their head. Like stuck to their head, and they were just in the tube.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with those tubes either, but we're spending a lot of money on tubes. We're spending a lot of money on Jade mind control spiders. Not Jade, Ruby mind control spiders.
Right.
And we're spending a lot of money on boats.
Yeah, did you hear about the boat?
I heard about the boat. I was on that call.
Yeah, it sounds like they took an old ship, they gutted it, and they built like a structure in it. I don't know why they love being hidden. They love being hidden. But we wanted it to look for survivors so we could put spiders on them, on their chests. So yeah, I think we're drawing people to the boat, not as workers. Like we're just slapping spiders on them and sticking them in tubes.
Yes.
and turning them into zombies?
I guess so. I don't...
Well, don't we have enough zombies? We have enough we just made... Did you see the new guy we made? There's this big-ass guy with a hammer. We stuck a bunch of nails in him because we thought it was funny.
We made that guy a hammer.
Yeah, we made that guy a whole hammer.
We had a whole team. Make him a hammer that's also an axe.
Yeah. He's
Why did
swole
we
up.
make him?
I think we might have been drunk. I don't
know what he's for.
I don't know what he's for. We made the Nemesis guy, and that failed.
Yeah, I still don't understand. Man, I could write you a whole paper on Nemesis. I still don't understand that.
Yeah, and this guy seems even more fragile. Mm-hmm. Like he's got an executioner's cap, so he can't see. He can't see through that thing.
Oh, God, no.
I don't know if he's remote control. He seems to be part of the zombie horde. Like he joins the zombies when we release him.
He gets along very well with the zombies.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing out there. Did he go rogue?
I don't know.
He seems to have a mission.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Why are there nails in him?
Don't know.
Like they just said, it was on the order. They said put a bunch of nails in him. So we were like, all right, that's funny. Let's do it. I don't get it.
No, I don't know.
It really feels like we've gone off the rails. Did you see the designs for the boat?
No, I didn't.
It's 3 rooms, Tom.
Okay.
It's 3 rooms, right? One
You're
of them, the first room, is in a laboratory. Mm-hmm. So we got this laboratory. We stuck all the tube people in it. Still don't know what we're doing with the tube people, but whatever. They're all in there. We stuck the whole lot. Then we put in a helicopter hangar next to that. Mm-hmm. And then a third laboratory. So there's a hangar between the 2 labs. And the third laboratory, I think it's like a morgue. We're like doing autopsies, but also we ran out of space, so it's also the throne room for the boss.
Right, he has like an Emperor Palpatine throne room.
Yeah, and
what's happening?
You could argue, we only built 3 rooms, so like there wasn't enough room. But those rooms are gigantic and have very little in them. Mm-hmm. Like we need to work on how we manage space.
Yeah, we really need to work on how we economize things because, man, it seems like we're wasting a lot of resources to build throne rooms.
Yes, why did we pay money for that throne? It's not even a good throne. It's
kind of a bad throne.
Yeah, it's got keyboards on it, but no mouse.
It's not a good throne.
The whole thing seems difficult to work in. Mm-hmm. And he hangs out in there all the time with the dead bodies. I don't know what he's doing with the dead bodies in there. He's got screens, dead bodies, and a throne.
I couldn't tell you what the fuck he's doing.
Is he feeding them to his dogs that hide behind his nook?
His nook dogs? I don't know. Maybe he's looking at him and whacking off. I don't know what Wesker does. That man is a mystery to me.
Yeah, is he doing any paperwork? Is he talking to people? Is he hiring?
Oh, good God, no.
Does he conduct any meetings? I've never seen him at a meeting, really. Like he'll stand in the background. He sometimes
lurks in meetings, but you never address him.
No, you never address him.
Why would you speak to him? Don't do that.
I don't know what he's fucking doing.
I don't know what he's doing. He's sitting in a throne. We can verify that.
Yeah, I heard he might be a literal demon. Or at least a few people saw him without his glasses on, and they're like, dude has snake eyes.
Yeah.
But he didn't right away.
Well, listen, our last section head turned into a hentai monster.
Yeah.
We've been around a lot of monster dogs and zombies. Right. There's that whole Nemesis thing. I would not be surprised if Wesker is an actual demon.
Yeah, I heard he forgot to fly a plane, and he crashed. And he had to...
That's a dumb thing to do.
Right, and then I guess we came in, like a bunch of our guys came in, and for some reason we scooped him up, and we like brought him to a lab, and we did all sorts of fucked up shit on him.
Obligated to do that. Have you read your employment contract?
No,
they keep
I should.
updating it. But if you've noticed, they've added several clauses where we have to bail Wesker out of oddly specific situations. Like it says we have to come and bail Chairman Wesker out if he is crashed on a mountainside, if he's in a volcano, if he gets punched through the window of a mansion, There are extremely specific scenarios in which we have to come bail him out.
Yeah, I think the last one I read was the one in case he has a heart attack while masturbating, we have to clean it all up, you know?
Yeah, we have to delete his hard drive. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Then that checks out. But yeah, the volcano stuff, I don't know what he's planning.
They've added some weird shit on top of that. I gotta tell you.
Doesn't surprise me.
It's like we work for King Kong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just going around blowing up cities.
There's a whole clause about if he gets shot to death by helicopters. I don't know when that might happen, but apparently it's on the table.
I heard the other day, the Tokyo place, I heard it was attacked by ninjas, and that's why they blew it up. It doesn't surprise me that our guys are so bad that, like, literal throwing stars and swords throw them off.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know what enemies he's made.
I don't know, man. It sounds like he's made enemies across time and space.
Right. I get the emails of that woman, and it says, like, if you see her, say something.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Alice. Yeah.
Yeah. And at this point, they're like, yeah, if you see her, if you see many of her, several of her.
They seem to indicate that we might see more than one of her.
Yeah, well, we were cloning her.
And that's a whole can of worms. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I do remember that. It
seems like they don't want to talk about it, but it like, you know how, like, if you have a lab full of mice, and then the next day there are, like, notices, they're like, everything's fine, but keep a lookout for a bunch of lab mice.
If you see a band of vengeful mice.
Yeah, and it's like, I think you did something to the
right. I think we fucked up something. I think we did something terrible.
I really do, because my cousin was decapitated by one of her in a sword.
Oh wow!
And yeah, when I asked about it,
I'm sorry about your cousin.
It's fine. I didn't really know him.
Still,
it's like
decapitated. That's a whole thing.
It's quick. It's
like
quick.
That really informs the funeral.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
nobody can go to that funeral and not talk about the fact that he got his head chopped off.
I mean, let's face it. What funeral?
That's true. Yeah, we're not having funerals right now. Did you have it like a Zoom, like a fucking Zoom wake, like a real piece of shit?
We did a Zoom wake with I didn't know anybody.
Zoom wake?
Yeah, but it was like.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to make light of your tragedy, but yeah, that's an asshole move.
Right. It was. I don't know. It was weird. It was awkward. I was sitting in my weird cubicle. I was underlit by the fucking floor, so I looked like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole Zoom conversation.
Oh my god! I made a Zoom call to my parents the other week, and I didn't know Wesker was standing behind me. And like 6 minutes in, my dad texts me, and he's like, "Who the fuck is that demon behind you?"
Right. You have to be like, just ignore him.
It was like a real life jump scare. I didn't know he was there. He was just there. He was just lurking.
He's a fucking.
I don't know
nightmare.
what he's doing.
No, I don't know does he pee? Does he use the bathroom? I've never seen him in the bathrooms.
I don't even know if he sleeps.
Yeah, I don't know what he just flies around and blows stuff up.
Yeah,
he has no look. It seems like we don't need him. Like all he's got his big.
I'm saying this as your friend. Keep your fucking voice down when you say shit like that.
Okay, I know. I get it.
Yeah.
It's just
you don't know when the fucking Red Queen is gonna pop up and be like, "I've told Wesker everything."
Oh God, are they gonna make a third Red Queen? I'm so sick of her.
They probably will. I mean, why wouldn't they? They keep
she's so fucking
churning
creepy.
That creepy ass little girl out.
What is this? What are we doing? Like he has his whole Venus flytrap dog initiative that he's all up on now. I don't know why we're doing that.
No clue. Couldn't tell you.
I don't know why we're making so many gross dogs.
I couldn't begin to navigate the thoughts that go through his head.
No, who are we selling that to? The army?
It's madness. It's like a book of riddles.
It's okay. I want to. Okay, so
yeah,
we're not selling to the public anymore.
Clearly, there's no public to sell to.
Right.
I don't know how we're generating money.
No, I have no idea. So we're not selling to the public. That's over. That's been over for a while.
Right.
We're not selling now. All right. Then we started making monsters, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
We're not selling the monsters to the military.
Nobody
that didn't work out.
It turns out nobody wants to buy monsters.
Right. So now we're using our monsters and our labs to catch people.
Correct.
So that we can experiment on them.
Accurate.
To why?
Don't know.
What are we trying to accomplish? We certainly don't seem to be trying to stop the zombie apocalypse anymore.
Listen,
like that,
man,
I'm throwing that right out the window.
I feel like that must have always been part of the plan, because it feels like we're gearing up towards like a third phase, like a stage 3, and just nobody's telling us what it is.
Yeah.
We have to be building towards something, right? Like, otherwise, what are we even doing this for?
I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I do want. I want to quit. I want to quit this job.
Dave, keep your voice down.
I know. It's
Don't
just I've been
say shit like that.
I heard a bunch of people bailed on the boat. A bunch of people were like, "Let's get out of here," because I'm starting to think like,
where did they go?
I think they probably just became zombies. Honestly.
Yeah, but honestly, like if it comes down to okay, I got to work this 9 to 5 days a week. I get to eat shitty cafeteria food, and occasionally Wesker will be lurking on my family Skype calls, or being a zombie. I think I'm still going to take this job.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, man. I don't know what kind of craziness you're slinging around.
Well, I think some people I think it's like it's making a break for it. It's trying. Like, I'm not going to jump into a horde of zombies. I'm just trying. I
hope not.
I just don't get why
You've seen the training videos.
Yeah, I just don't get why people are so gung-ho still. Because, all right, we're not getting paid. There's nothing to buy.
No.
Period.
No.
All we have is a roof over our heads. And food.
I got to tell you, that's a lot.
But sometimes we explode. Like we're going to
occasionally. We might.
Yeah.
Tokyo sure as fuck exploded.
Okay, I guess when you think about all the workplace accidents, well, I don't know. There's many of them.
Yeah,
like
they're usually monster related.
Yeah, think about, we had the Hive, right? The
That's
Hive
a real eye-opener.
went away.
Yeah, no, it did.
Then we had our one in the desert. Our desert one? Mm-hmm. That was real stupid. That thing went away too. That's when our boss turned into a hentai monster.
Yeah, right.
That's
when our section boss turned into a hentai monster.
Right. I was thinking about Tokyo, and then Tokyo fucking detonated. It vaporized.
Right. I was about to transfer to Tokyo.
Right.
Now it's a crater.
Yeah. The whole thing's a crater.
Yeah. Glad I didn't go there.
Yeah, so I'm starting to wonder what the point is anymore, because it just seems like it's like playing Minesweeper. Like everything's just slowly exploding.
Listen, man, I think I'd still rather have a gainful employment than be out in the desert with a bunch of crows and zombies and shit.
Yeah,
and
those crows are
whatever
weird.
The fuck that guy with the hammer is.
You know, the other day I opened my drawer and there were 30 crows in it. They just flew out.
That's too many crows.
Yeah, it was really weird.
That's a lot of crows.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with those crows, man.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. It's true, is that, yes, there's a high probability of death working here, but we get a room. There's okay
I feel like
food.
it's higher if we don't work here, right?
Our probability of death.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a high probability of death, but we get food, not good food. Boy,
no,
I don't
it's
even want to.
Yeah,
I don't even want to know what the meat is at this point. I have no desire to know.
Man, I tell you what. Last week, Meatloaf Day, there was like little tips of plastic glove fingertips in my meatloaf.
Checks out.
I don't. The cooks here are very sloppy, but better than being killed by gigantic hammer zombie.
Yes,
I gotta be honest.
I guess you're right. I guess I'm just discouraged because I'm scared my boss is going to execute me.
He might.
Because I'm very disheartened by this job. You know, I don't remember why I even started this job. I think I just gotten right out of school for engineering. And I think I took the first thing, and they courted me so hard. You know, everybody wants to work for Umbrella, or they did back then.
Yeah, they made a very compelling pitch.
Right, and then suddenly we get...
Damn, they paid so much money back when money was a thing.
Yeah. And then we started getting the seminars on how to handle a gun and what to do if a ninja attacks you.
And what to do if your coworker's face suddenly explodes into a crab.
Yeah, exactly. And then basic body maintenance, like cleaning up bodies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then it's a frog on a hot plate. Then there's one zombie. Then there's one zombie and then a face explosion,
Yeah.
And then you think, okay, everything's fine now. We're back to normal. We're doing the cloning. We're building the weird swole dude with the nails in him. And then it just starts happening again. And then
it really feels like it's spiraling.
Right, and you don't think it'll happen to you. You don't think am I going to be the one who gets vaporized by the bomb that's been planted in the wall? Mm-hmm. But it could happen.
It could, but I don't know, man. That's dangerous thinking. Just focus on your paperwork.
Okay.
Focus on dragging the bodies to your section's incinerator.
Right.
And just dump it in there and just don't think about it.
Yeah.
Don't think about the fact that used to be Chris. From HR.
Yeah. No, you're right. I gotta bury myself in my work.
Mm-hmm. Listen, we are blessed to have this job right now, particularly after the collapse of all humanity.
I got praise because I designed a way for those weird tubes to take your picture right before you get in the tube, so that then when you're looking for whoever it is in the tube, you can see their picture.
Oh, that was a good piece of software.
Click on it.
No, it's really intuitive. No.
It is.
It's a good idea,
when you're
man.
doing it, it doesn't seem like it would make sense for the picture to be in there, but then the picture's in there, and so you're like, oh, good.
Yeah, no,
and
it
it's
makes
like
it
a picture
easy.
from it's not even a picture right before they get in the tube. It's like a picture from a previous moment.
Yeah,
where they're because they might get in the tube at some point. Mm-hmm. You never know who's going to get in the tube.
No, it was a solid piece of design. I got to commend you on that. Yeah, no, I didn't know you had made that. No, it's made it really easy to navigate. All of our imprisoned test subjects.
Right. Yeah. Tube cam. It's it wasn't hard.
When you think about it, it's not. But just the idea itself, the inspiration behind it is really inspiring. Mm-hmm. I gotta commend you on that. That's a solid piece of design, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's the kind of shit that saves you from getting shot in the face.
But does it? Does it
maybe
really?
For a day at least.
For a day.
Yeah.
But if I ask a single question,
he's gonna want to see what else that brain can come up with before he blasts it out the back of your skull.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you seen any janitors around here?
Oh God, no.
That's weird because there's got to be someone squeegeeing all this white surface down. Mm-hmm. Do we have zombie what are we?
I don't know. I assume it's ghosts or nanobots or some fucking weird shit like that. I don't know.
You're right.
I stopped asking about things, Dave, to be honest. I don't really want to know. I'm just glad I can get my hash brown casserole every morning. That's
fair. Yeah. You're right. That's the attitude to have. Mm-hmm. It's not worth questioning at this point. You just hope you get transferred to a place that doesn't explode.
Yeah.
And that's
all we can hope for.
Okay. I guess that's it for the meeting.
I think, meeting adjourned. Let me go back to my living cube.
Yeah, let's go back to our fucked up workplaces.
Where the walls, the bed, the sink, everything is gray. Everything is metallic gray.
And shiny.
And I'm constantly listening to Yellow Card.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess that's the meeting.
That's the meeting. Meeting adjourned. You guys, it was me and Dave the whole time.
It was
me and Dave the whole time.
That?
You guys didn't know because we vanished into our characters, but it was me and Dave.
Oh,
man.
Tom, there's 2 more of these films.
There are, and I don't understand why. There are 2 more of these films.
The next one is Resident Evil Retribution. And it looks exactly like the other one.
Sure.
And then the one after that is Resident Evil The Final Chapter.
Oh, at least that one's definitive.
I kind of hope so. I don't know if it's actually...
I think there's a reboot.
I guess there's supposed to be
works.
A reboot. Yeah. I'm reading about a reboot here with James Wan. Oh, producing.
Yeah. No, he's not making it.
Okay. So yeah, I guess the nightmare will almost be over with just 2 more films.
Sure.
It's really like, boy, this film.
Yeah, this one was real bad. I was on board with the others, but
it's just what is it? Is it that it's like very claustrophobic. Not much happens, and the action just isn't very good.
yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, and that's a big problem.
It's all Matrix action in 2010, which is 11 years after it was impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like badly done.
Yeah.
Like
so
it looks worse than The Matrix.
Boring. Yeah, this is boring. Yeah.
Yeah, why did they make it look just like The Matrix? Is there any of this is there any of this from the game? That you remember?
The executioner.
Is that the guy with the nails?
Mm-hmm. And the ruby spider chest things.
Those are in the...
Yeah.
What do they do in the games?
They make Jill evil for Resident Evil 5. Like you have to fight Jill a bunch of times until you take that out of her and she becomes good again.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, and the splay-faced things, that's from parts 4 and 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They really...
And the fact that Wesker's a superhuman.
Is he in it? Is he in the video games?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Does he look like whatever that was? Does he look like this guy? Wow, what an edgelord.
Yeah, he's a real edgelord.
I'm going to... hold on. I want to look up this actor, but I also don't.
All right, then don't.
Okay.
You can do it
Then
after
I won't.
you can do it after we're done recording. I don't need to listen to you do that.
Yeah, that's fair. His name is Sean Roberts. If he's listening, I'm sorry. He was in X-Men. He was in Ghost Cat. Tom, he was in Ghost Cat.
Sure, I bet he was.
Yeah, he was in Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage.
Okay.
And Ghost Cat.
Sure, yeah. That sounds accurate.
Mostly Ghost Cat.
It sounds like primarily Ghost Cat. Yeah, that's what he was in.
Yeah, you know what? Who else is in Ghost Cat, Tom?
No, I don't.
Ellen Page.
Sure, that makes sense. Why wouldn't she be in that?
I'm going to have to watch Ghost Cat, is what I'm saying.
I feel like we're going to watch Ghost Cat as soon as this is done recording.
Uh-huh. We're going to go watch Ghost Cat, which I think might be better than this film.
It might be. This film is extremely bad.
Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts?
Nope.
All right. Let me tell you guys about our... Well, let's thank Owen Rice.
Thank you, Owen Rice.
Thank you, Owen Rice. You've given us most like of what you've given us is pleasure.
Yeah, no, I've enjoyed this so far.
Like I'll at least enjoy. I know I will have enjoyed half of this.
Yeah, this was a bad movie, but I'm not sad that I watched it.
Yeah, I wasn't like, I hate this. I was just like, this is not a good movie.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's just a stupid movie. And that's fine.
Okay. No, it's totally fine. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you guys about our Patreon. It's
please
Patreon.
Do.
I will. It's patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. We have exclusive podcasts there, like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman and Fox Mulder is a Maniac.
Woo.
Yeah, you can produce your own We Just Watched. You can produce your own podcast series.
You can, which is how this came about.
Yeah, that is true. That's very true.
Indeed.
You could produce, I don't know, like a series about Twilight.
If you want to, that could be a thing.
I don't know why you would want to.
I don't know why you would do that. That show doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. That's not going to be a thing.
It's unfair for you to tease people like that, Dave.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, you can do all of those things by checking out our Patreon. We also have a store, tpublic.com/stores/gamefullyunemployed, where we have t-shirts, mugs, stickers, posters, all kinds of cool art related to our shows that you can check out.
Check out our art.
Should do it.
No, yeah, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
Oh, good. I'm glad we've landed on the same page.
All right, high five. High five.
I'm high-fiving the air, so it looks like I'm pushing Ghost Dad in the face.
Ghost Cat, Tom. Ghost Cat.
Both.
Okay.
I'm pushing Ghost Cat into Ghost Dad's face.